Hello everyone, this is Miss Grasso from University Middle School. I am an 8th grade math teacher and this is my back to school presentation. So a few of the things we're going to be talking about today in this presentation is a little bit about me, the curriculum and materials, attendance and grading, daily schedule, expectations, and contact information. To start off, a little bit about me. I graduated with honors from Rowan University. I was then awarded the Fulbright Scholarship, so that means I flew halfway around the world and I got to teach in South Korea for 2 years. It was really amazing. I posted some pictures of my students while I was there on the left side of the screen. In total, this is my 6th year teaching and my 2nd year at UMS. For curriculum and materials, we will be using the Savvis math program as our main math program. It has print and digital resources. It is aligned to our grade level content and curriculum standards. The problem-based program includes lessons, practice problems, assessments, math tools, and games, and the online program is called Savvis Realize. Your students have been working with me on this program already, so it's been going pretty well. I do want to point out how it looks between Google Classroom and going to the Savvis program. So the first window that I've posted here, a little bit in the blued section at the top, is what you will see on the Google Classroom Daily assignment. So students must check Google Classroom Daily for their assignment. It's going to look like this. On the top left side of the screen, the lesson title will be posted. On the top right side, it's going to say the due date. In this case, this lesson was due on the 18th. Then it's going to give you the instructions. So number 1, to do the Savvis lesson, number 2, to do the Google form, number 3, to do the Math XL. So this is the way it's going to look every day for our lessons. As I said, for each lesson, students will be assigned the interactive lesson, the Math XL from Savvis, and 1 Google form on Google Classroom. When you follow the red arrow down from the green button, you see what the assigned work would look like on Savvis. So it shows 2 different assignments, and as you can see towards the right-hand side, it says not started for both of them. The lesson and the XL must be marked completed for the grade to be posted properly, and then this grade will go into PowerSchool. If you look towards the bottom, the 3rd window, you can see that it's green, that there's check marks on both number 1 and number 2, and it's marked in green as completed on the right-hand side. Not only that, but this particular student earned 100% in the Math XL. So that grade, that 100%, goes into PowerSchool. We also will be using the iReady math program. It is a supplemental assessment and intervention program. We have 3 diagnostic tests throughout the year, and that monitors students' starting points and their progress. It's individualized based on the student level and learning needs. So it's really great that we're able to pinpoint exactly what each student needs, and this program is able to, let's say, give them more specialized work in multiplication, in geometry, in algebraic thinking. This program is great for those individualized lessons. We do recommend at the current time that students are doing 45 minutes of iReady per week. For materials, all students need to have a notebook or binder. And I will say that you must take notes during class, and for each lesson, notebook checks will be graded. So it is very important that the students have a physical notebook or binder, some paper source that they can write their math down. Pencil, super important for math. Highlighters are great because we will have vocabulary. Headphones, keeping our students focused, and distractions are kept to a minimum, and a Chromebook or laptop of sorts. For attendance and grading, I do want to point out some expectations that are going to allow students to achieve the highest possible grade and attendance throughout the year. They do need to log into class on time every day. Attendance will be taken daily and at the start of class. Take an active part in your education. So what does that mean? That means taking notes, doing your classwork, and studying. If you need more help, please sign up for office hours or ask questions during class. It is very important, especially with this digital world we are in, that we have open and honest communication whenever any student needs additional help. Students need to complete all assignments posted on Google Classroom Daily, and submitting these assignments on time is very important. I've highlighted the next line below it Scholars are responsible for making up missed assignments and missed lesson notes. This is very important. Even if your student happens to be absent for whatever reason, Wi-Fi dropped, anything like that, they do need to make up the lesson and the notes that came from that lesson. If they didn't understand that lesson, that's when office hours come into play. So please make sure that students are taking notes every day, and if they missed anything, be it notes or an assignment, that they are the ones making it up as soon as possible. Respect the teacher, the virtual classroom, and other students in your actions and your words, spoken or typed. Keep all cell phones, iPods, and other electronics put away. Follow directions. If the teacher asks for video or sound to be turned on or off during lessons, dress for success, wear appropriate clothing, no pajamas, hats, etc., and no eating during class. So these are some pretty general expectations that should enable all of our scholars to succeed throughout this year. For our grading profile for remote learning, the category and weight is listed on the left-hand side. Our tests are worth 20%, our quizzes are worth 40%, assignments are worth 30%, and participation is worth the last 10%. I do want to point out that tests and quizzes combined are worth 60% of their grade. More than half of their grade is with tests and quizzes. So it is very important that our scholars are studying, coming to office hours if they need help, and being prepared when we do give assessments in our digital classroom. Highlighted at the top right side of the page, I have PowerSchool should be checked with your parent or guardian at least once per week. And I do really think this is important, that not only the parent, but also the student is aware if they're standing in the class, if there's any missing assignments, if they need to retake anything. I think it's very important that we check grades at least once per week. Below that in the middle of the page, I do have a notice in red, notice to parents and guardian. Please check PowerSchool for grades and not Google Classroom. Now the reason I bring this up is that Google Classroom does have a button that's called Turn It In. However, the Turn It In button does not require the student to complete the assignment, simply submitting it. So that means students can submit blank assignments. So it is very important that you are checking PowerSchool, because PowerSchool will have the inputted grades of the teacher that has checked what has been turned in and actually completed. So please make sure you are checking PowerSchool. On PowerSchool also, if you happen to see any colors next to the assignments, I just wanted to point out orange is for missing, red is for late, and blue is for incomplete. For our daily schedule, at UMS we have 9 periods from 8:30 to 2:10. They do have lunch in the middle at 11:44 to 12:25, and we added this extra period at the end of the day, 2:15 to 2:50. Live classes have ended, and students can use this time to contact teachers for help or work on assignments. So this counts as our digital office hours, and this is what I was saying earlier. If your student needs any help, any clarification, that is the time when you can make appointments with your teachers and log in for their office hours. Wednesdays are our independent days. Students must log on and complete independent work, and that independent work counts as not only a grade, but also their attendance for the day. It is very important that they are doing their Wednesday work. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are as scheduled. Please refer to the A-B schedule for the rotating classes. Next, we have our virtual learning expectations, which is just a little bit boiled down from the previous list. Be on time and camera on. Mute your mic. Unmute for questions and discussion. Sit in a quiet place. Take notes and participate. Ask for help when you need it. And be kind and respectful. For the last bit, we're going to talk about some contact information. So for myself, as stated, we have office hours from 2:15 to 2:50. And I do ask students to make an appointment. It's very simple. They just need to ask. If it's during class, maybe towards the end of the period, they simply ask, Ms. Grasso, I'd like to work with you during office hours. Perfect. I'll write their name down, and we can sign back into the call at 2:15. Or they can perhaps post on the daily post, and I will check, and I will see how many people need to be for office hours that day. For email, my school email is bgrasso@irvington.k12.nj.us. And Google Classroom does offer a comment button that they can post private comments or questions. I recommend this for quick questions. If it is a lengthy question, like a more detailed explanation is necessary, that is something I would request you to go to office hours for. I will make every effort to respond within 1 to 2 days, and please understand that I may be delayed due to the increased digital notifications for our distance learning. Well, that's it. Let's have a great year, and I will see you in class. Bye-bye.